Hello, everyone. Not sure if everyone can hear me because the sound just died. JJ, you there?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, hold on
Can
because this
everybody hear
just went
me?
super low. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I hope you guys can hear us. This is a. Sorry, I'm trying to use a headset. Uh, Trying to be a gamer, but I'm just gonna say hello. I know there's a lot of people in here. Um, and okay, before I say hello to everyone, I just want it to be known. I know some of us have had differences in the past. And for tonight, if nothing else, okay, I just want us all to remember we all have a common goal here. And all of that, if we could just leave it out of here, at least for tonight. I don't expect everybody to sing Kumbaya, be BFFs. I don't expect that, right? Um,
Hmm.
but I think that there's a bigger, more important picture that we're trying to accomplish tonight. This is not a bashing session. Uh, this is not to pile on anyone. This is a long time in coming. Okay, I said I would never address uh, this person again, and I meant that, and I tried to stick to my word. But some things are unavoidable. So all I want is everyone is welcome here. All I ask is for respect. Respect, like I said, we don't have to like each other. There is a bigger picture that we're trying to convey tonight. Okay? So I'm going to try to say hello to everyone as quickly as possible. Hi, JJ. Thank you for
Hi,
being here.
honey. Of course.
Okay, so let's say hello to everybody. Hey, Police Wife Life, Jennifer P. Feel the love. Hey, Mama. Adele. Hey, sweetie. Shay. Hi. Commentary with Kelly. Hello. Dark Magician. Hey, Jamal. Kirsten NZ, hello. Barrett, hello. Nikki O'Shea, my English crumpet, hello. Kimberly Roddy Mom, hi Mama. Patty Brunner, my girl, hello. Cindy Luhu, my favorite Cindy ever, hello. Charlotte on the web, hi Charlotte. Froggy, hey. Okay. Wanda Steves, hello. Hannah Bananas, hello. Carrie Vera, hello Mama. Uh, I I said JJ. Uh, listen, Linda. Grumpy Granny, hello. Caddy, hola. Anyone else? Steph TXMA, hey, mama. Sheesh. All right. Just chat, hey. Tira Nicole, hey, mama. All right. Who else? Anybody else? I know there's Marilyn Monroe, hey. How are you? Bambi, hey, mama. Marissa, hello. Okay. I probably didn't. Sheila S, hey. Okay. I hope I got everybody. Listen. We all know Cindy's a hot mess, right? Cooch, hey mama. Okay, all right. Everybody else, if I didn't say hello to you, I apologize. Hello. Okay. So, so I'm nervous, right? Because I don't like having to do this. I hate it. I hate it. Okay. Um,
You
Over
want
the
me to do it
months,
for you?
yeah. You start.
You know,
You start. You
no,
start and
you
I'll
can
I'm
start.
just kidding. I'm
You
just
can
kidding.
start. I was kidding with you with
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't want to have to do this because I'll do it.
I
I'll
know.
do it.
I know. But I
But go
just
ahead, honey.
again, if for anybody that just came in, as I said, I know some of us have had differences, and that may not be mended tonight, and that's okay, right? We're here because many of us have had similar experiences, even if different things were said about us. We've all been targeted, right? Now, I do not throw the word abuse around lightly. Trust me. You know what I mean? If you call me a bitch, if you come at me, you came at me. I would never sit here and say somebody abused me. I'm not abused. You understand? But sometimes you have to call out the bullshit, right? You have to call out the bullshit. And there's some things that should never be said. Some things that cross the line. And I've said this before, we can all be considered hypocrites in certain instances. There's certain things that we allow If someone we like says it, our friends, we tend to let that skate by a little more than if it's someone we don't like. Of course, we all have done that. We're all guilty of that. Yeah, and if we were to call out the little hypocrisies, we'd be calling out everyone all day long. It's the big things. It's the big things. Seeing women as a weaker species, seeing women as lesser creatures, and I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that. Okay. So there are many different kinds of abuse, right? There's trigger warning, guys. Okay. This whole topic is going to be trigger warning. Some of it may be sensitive. I curse. Uh, so if that bothers anyone, I apologize, but I curse. Okay, this is for grown people. I would suggest you put earbuds in because we will be talking about abuse, different types of abuse, uh, and cyber harassment, right? Because that's abuse. When someone continues to target you and piles on you every day, it's abusive behavior. Okay. And so there is the first type I'm going to talk about is domestic violence, right? Domestic violence usually is considered when somebody is physically abusive to someone else, usually a family member. Most of the cases is in an intimate relationship, boyfriend girlfriend, husband wife, girlfriend and girlfriend, husband and husband, that type of uh, relationship, right? But it can also be a mom and a child, a parent and a child, brother and sister. It can be all of those kind of relationships. I saw recently that an ex NFL player, there was a video that was leaked of him beating on his girl, his ex girlfriend. And I have to say that when I saw that on Twitter, I cried. I cried. And I don't know the woman. It was so savage. It was so
Yeah.
savage. And what hurt me the most was when I noticed that on the sofa, there was a baby on the sofa, a little baby, their baby, sitting there on the sofa while this man tossed her around like she was a football, right? And I have 9 brothers and I have 5 sons and I have dozens and dozens of nephews. I will never excuse a man putting his hands on a woman ever. There's never an excuse. I've taught my sons that there's never an excuse. You have enough female relatives. You have me. My brothers knew that too. Don't put your hands on no female. You call your sisters. You call your cousins, right? You don't put your hands on a female. I've also shared in the past that I had a cousin who was very young and he lost his life behind putting his hands on his girlfriend, and her mother shot my cousin and he lost his life very young. He was a teenager. Okay. So when I say that domestic violence has hit my family deeply, it has. Okay. I share a lot of things about myself. I've shared my recovery, 20 years sober. I've shared that I'm a felon. That was 20 years ago. There are certain aspects of my life I don't share because there are people like Mr. Conflict who will use them against you to shame you, belittle you. It's been said that I'm a coward, right? Because I've tried to be kind to people. It's been said that I have fear of abandonment. And to that I say, Mr. Conflict, you know shit about me. You know nothing about me. Where I come from, the shit that I have been through. You have no idea. Okay? There is nothing weak about me. And to me, that just shows me you're the weak one. You're the weak one, man. You come after women all day long. You talk about their kids, right? You want to talk about people's kids. Your whole channel is fighting racism, yet you're a racist. You hate white women. You do. I don't know
Hmm.
why. I don't know what has happened to you in your lifetime, but that is an issue that you have to figure out within yourself, right? So, with that being said, I'm going to let JJ speak a little bit and then we're going to go through a timeline of all the women that have been privileged and blessed to have known Mr. Conflict.
Yeah. Okay. I let me just say, I never wanted at all to have to, I'll get on a panel and, when I need to tell someone they're out of pocket, I have no problem with that. Um, Christ conflict is probably, I'm trying not to be petty and calling him bitch conflict after all of the names that he has proceeded to call me when I've had nothing to say about him. Nothing. We went
Right.
months. The way I met him was in Little Red's chat. He was on panel on Little Reds. And then where did he go? Oh, in and out of like Charlotte's chats, a few chats here and there in the community, right? So he messaged me and asked if I would like to do a video with him on a true crime case out of Australia. Okay, right? I don't have any problem with that. He always seemed cool. He seemed respectful in chats. Why would I not? So I said, yeah, I'm getting my channel going, and I don't remember if I had it going already and I just uploaded one video, but it was like around that time when I had first started. I mean, I may have like 3 or 4 videos now, so it isn't like I'm that far down the line, but you know how I feel about my channel. It's just for fun, and if I want to speak on something that I wouldn't want to speak on someone else's channel.
Right.
But so he messaged me. I said yes, no problem. And I had mentioned it on one of my videos saying that Christ Conflict and I will be doing a video soon. He's going to be helping me. He's going to do a lot of research. I'm going to do an outline and we're both going to speak. Okay,
Right.
well, after that, I had several women, several, not one or two. I mean, there were multiple women message me and say, JJ, please be careful. Just watch out. When dealing with Christ conflict, I'm just asking you to be careful because he's got a bit of a temper. And I'm like, okay, I've not really seen this. Other than on Little Reds. And I thought that's what they were talking about. And I apologized to Little Red after this situation that I'm ready to explain because I just saw him, I don't know, snap at her. And it was
Right.
terrible. But at the same time, I know that he has a background. He's got a lot going on. He's got his PTSD. I try to be very sensitive to people with their mental health issues.
Right.
And he's only, like I've said, I've only ever seen him be kind to people, other than that one time. So I
Right.
thought, okay, it's ended. They'll apologize, whatever. Him and Little Red will make up. Well, after that, I had set a time. We had set a time to talk about, this true crime case, go over it, the ins and outs of it. This whole time, he had been sending me information, and I had started to put together like a rough draft. Well, I told him, we were going to meet, I don't know, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. Well, I had gotten a call from a client, well, from my office, that a client needed to see me. I needed to drive a little over an hour to go see this client.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but my business is a little more important to me than a true crime hobby. So I
Right.
did not stand him up. I called, I let him know. I texted him, I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to. It wasn't through Instant Messenger, it was actually text on the phone. We're not going to be able to do it at this time. Can we reschedule? He, like, you'd swear, like, I don't know, I killed his child or something. He's like, I don't understand. People don't respect time. He kind of
Right.
just like a side that again, I had not really seen. So I said, I'm sorry. I can't make it. I got work to do. Boom. I blocked him right then and there. Because, and some may look at it like, why didn't you at least give him an explanation? I don't owe him anything. No man, no man, I don't
Right.
give a damn who it is, talks to me that way. My husband doesn't
Right.
speak to me that way. My son doesn't speak to me that way, or any other woman ever. So no, I blocked him. That was it. Now I didn't go and publicly bash him. I didn't nothing, nothing. I didn't even bash him privately. I didn't even
Right.
tell anybody this until I started talking to other women after he had gone on other platforms, let's see, Julie's, AZ's, Liafer, like anybody that would allow him on their platform, he blasted me, calling me all kind of bitches, whores, this, that,
Yep.
all because I blocked him. That was it,
Yep.
guys. That was his reason. And come to find out, that is the reason that he has gone after a lot of women, because they block him. I'm sorry, buddy, but I don't know you shit. I don't know you an explanation. I don't know you a damn thing. It takes one time to get nasty with me. One time, and you're
Right.
done. So that is my little bit of a background, a little bit of a synopsis. Well, a whole bit of a synopsis. Keep in mind, it has been months and months and months. He got his own channel. He still talks about us. He talks about
Yep.
me all the
Yep.
time. I've not said nothing about this man, nothing, because I don't care. I looked at him as honestly afraid in a way. I was nervous about him because he has these violent tendencies, and anybody
Yeah.
that has ever been in a domestic violent situation in the past, now not
Yeah.
me per se, but I lived it as a child, so
Right.
I wasn't putting up with that. I saw it right away. No, I want nothing to do with him, but he continues on, and he's
Yep.
doing it to other women.
Yep. Right. Hi, PJ. How are you?
Hi, ladies.
How are you?
Good.
So I
I
just
just,
go ahead, PJ. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
no, you're fine. I just got here, and so far, I agree with everything you guys are saying.
Right. Um, I I don't know what's going on in the chat, but this is a place for everyone to share their opinion. All I ask is that we do it with respect, right? Mr. Conflict has had numerous times to give his opinion on his channel about us. This is our opportunity to have our say, okay? Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and that's fine, as long as it is done with respect. As I said, everyone here may have had history, whatever. For tonight, I just ask that we leave all of that behind and just listen, right? Forget the person that's speaking, right? Because of course, the person that's speaking, sometimes we're just gonna roll our eyes and be like, "Oh God, I ain't listen to that bitch." I get that, but I ask just with an open mind, just listen. You may realize that you have more in common than you think. So I wanted to say, I agree with JJ. My experience was very similar. When I was first introduced to Mr. Conflict, I thought he was a gentleman. I thought he was a sincere gentleman. I think I had met him through Little Red as well on her channel. I did see the fallout between them. And to be honest, I was side eyeing Little Red. I was side eyeing her. Like, how could she treat her friend like that? And I never said anything about Little Red. I kept my opinion to myself, but I side eyed her. I was like, that's your friend, girl? And you're doing him like that? So even though I never said anything publicly or to anyone, I apologized to Little Red. Holy shit, do I apologize, girl? I get it. I
Me
get
too.
it, man.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in a Discord with Mr. Conflict, and he would say he's not with the drama, that he had to leave the Discord because he was tired of hearing about all the drama. I respected that, right? I was like, wow, you know what I mean? Okay, I get it. I would text with Mr. Conflict, and even when he fell out with my friend, I still texted with Mr. Conflict. I didn't get involved in that. I was like, you know what? Everybody's entitled to their feelings. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't have to get along with my friends. I'm not the kind of person that, oh, you don't like them? I don't like them either. That's not me. I always think for myself. I would still talk to him. I had put up a tweet. It wasn't even about Mr. Conflict. JJ said something, she loves me or something. It had nothing to do with him. He comes in and starts berating her, calling her a cabrona, her husband a cabron, all this stuff. I was like, I was shell shocked. I was stunned. I was like, what in the actual fuck? I didn't say anything to him, right? Because Cindy was still like, he has the right to his opinion, he has the right to his feelings. And I allowed it, right? And it wasn't until I did my first live stream that Jay came in. I'm just giving the backstory. This is not to dogpile on Jay. Whatever your feelings are of Jay, I think she's people got the point, right? About Jay. Okay.
Yeah.
She came in trolling, and for those who don't know, Mr. Conflict and Jay and a few others had done some parodies on his channel, uh of JJ, of Charlotte, of PJ, of Police Wife Life. Any others that I missed? It was you guys only, right?
Yeah, me,
Okay.
PJ, Charlotte. I think that
And
might
Police
be
Wife
it.
Life, right?
Yeah, Police
Right.
Wife
So
Life. Yep.
right. So they called it parodies. Whatever. Everybody's idea of comedy is different. I saw it as simply mocking people, making fun of their accents, making fun of the tone of their voice, the way they spoke, the inflection, all of that, right? So I don't watch it. Anyway. Okay. So I started to pull away little by little, right? Sorry, I got ahead of myself. After the stuff with the Twitter, I was like, wow, that's really disrespectful. That's disrespectful to me. I haven't gotten involved with any of that. I thought that was disrespectful to me. I pulled back a little bit, but I would still, extend him the respect, right? Because he was my friend. So I'm having my first live stream, and before that, they had made multiple streams mocking people that are my friends. I still didn't give my opinion because I feel like that's his channel, whatever, right? She comes in and she's thanking everybody. Thank you for being on Christ on Mr. Conflict's channel last night. It was great. Come again. And people are like, huh? What are you talking about? I wasn't there. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Thank you. You need to come back. And Mr. Conflict is laughing in chat. And so I start seeing like what is going on. People starting to get distracted. And my first live stream was about foster care, growing up in foster care, my mom's addiction, and being raised by my father, all of which I had never spoken about before. Never. I had never talked about being in foster care. I had never spoken about my mom's addiction because I never spoke about it when my mom was alive. My mom just died. So, out of respect, I never spoke about my mom while she was alive. Anyway, so it was my first time speaking about that. She comes in, she's trolling. I see it a little bit. I didn't have any moderation because it was my first live stream. I didn't know how to do any of that. I say, please, can we stop it? Can we cut it out? Can we show some respect? She continued. They're, making references back and forth. Him and her are laughing. Sh Somebody tells her, cut it out. And he's like, oh, she can continue, whatever. Whatever, disrespectful. They were disrespectful. Okay. After my live stream, I was upset. I took to Twitter and I said, Jay, I apologize to everyone who was in my chat. I'm sorry for what was done. I feel that I didn't even address Mr. Conflict at all. I didn't bring him up. I addressed Jay. I said what Jay did was disrespectful because I felt like she was the one that was doing it, right? He's laughing, whatever. He co signed it. It was still her doing it. So I addressed solely Jay. Then I see that right after that, he's talking about me in streams. He's talking shit about me. He's saying that he's mocking my recovery, which I'm very fucking proud of, may I add. 20 years is nothing to sneeze at, right? He's
No, it's
mocking my
not.
recovery. She told her recovery story 73 times. I could tell my fucking recovery story as many times as I want on my channel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he then resorts to ableism, right? He starts saying I have special needs. He made a whole comment calling me special needs and referred to me as the special kid that needs help being rolled across the street for the first time, making fun of my first live stream. My everyone's first live stream is not going to go perfectly unless you've been on YouTube for quite a while, and there's still some glitches. Anyway, so I'm special needs. Then it came out that he's calling me autistic. These are all ways to insult my intelligence, right? Because nobody's as smart as Mr. Conflict, right? So I was done. He had made videos before that talking crap about me little by little. I didn't address that. I was like, I don't care. He can have his opinion. He can have his opinion. Until he made that comment and co-signed Jay saying that she was bullied. We bullied her. We were so disgusting. Cindy's story is so important. She didn't give a fuck about my story. She didn't care. Neither of them did. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm not the center of the universe like some other people think they are. But don't don't disguise it. Right? Don't oh her story's so important. I was just cut the shit up. So after that, I was done. I made the video and I spoke about Mr. Conflict and Miss J. And I said, I'm done. I'm done. I won't speak about Mr. Conflict anymore. He continued, calling me special needs, mocking me, laughing, all this, whatever. And enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. You don't have
Yeah.
to like me. You don't have to like any of us. You don't have to like any of us. But disparaging autistic people because you think that people with autism are somehow slow or stupid is disrespectful. Like I've said, you could laugh at my hair, laugh at my makeup skills. Oh, she's overweight. I don't care. I don't care. Trust me, I'm good with me. I'm good with me. But special needs and all this shit, mocking my recovery. And when he did that, I blamed no one else but Mr. Conflict. I didn't say everybody better denounce Mr. Conflict. I didn't do that. I
No.
addressed Mr. Conflict. He said it, he did it, he's responsible. We are all responsible for our own words, our own actions. I will never blame someone else for another person's words and actions, right? So that was where that happened. Okay. So PJ, you have anything? You guys have anything to say? Because I keep going. I know
I
there's
have,
comments and hi, Xylee. Sorry.
oh, my, my interactions with Mr. Conflict were never, mine kind of intertwines with yours. So I kind of want to
Mm-hmm.
say the little part that I had in there because it's like,
I'm listening. I'm just waving to people I didn't say hello to. Sorry.
She's
Go ahead.
doing her Cindy wave.
My frantic wave. Sorry. Go ahead, PJ. I'm sorry. I know that's distracting. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll
like your
stop. Let me just.
personality
Okay.
and we
I'm
should
gonna stop.
collab together. And that seems to be,
Mm-hmm.
I can't take you seriously right now.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
know,
I'm
right?
done.
Doing the Cindy wave.
Okay. I'm done.
So, we had a conversation in Instagram after I did one of my live streams, and he claimed that we would work well together and that we should collab and do some videos. And I was like, I'm not sure. I'm not a very open person. I'm not one to jump on a bandwagon or be like, yeah, yeah, okay, cool. But I was like, not shutting him down or anything. I just was like, yeah, we'll see, or, and everything was fine. We had a couple of conversations in the Instagram, but then when him and Jay were in your live stream trying to make jokes about their parody videos, it really rubbed me the wrong way. So I did a video about it and voiced my
Right.
opinion on how rude I felt. That was so rude because you were discussing a very sensitive topic dear to your heart and it just wasn't the place or time. And then I
Right.
inserted my opinion as to how I felt that his name, as to what he claims to be, which is Christ like
Right.
and into conflict or not into conflict. What he explained it to me before, but I just said I felt like it was blasphemous to be calling him Christ, and he freaked out. You would have thought that I had offended his entire family. He went on several live streams after that, completely trashing me, saying that I was a refugee. I came to this country and I'm a US citizen, and that's a thing that's very sensitive topic for me because I did all of that to get here and it was a very hard time. But
Mm-hmm.
he just, it's like he just has some type of issue where he snaps and you can't even say something as simple. I never called him names. I wasn't ugly about it. I
Nope.
just said, it was disrespectful.
Yep.
And that's basically how my story goes. But again, he went everywhere with it. Like I've never heard anybody talk to me like that as to how these live streams were where he was discussing
Yep.
me. And
Yep.
I only listened to like one or two because I got to a point where I was like, I can't sit here and listen to this. This makes me feel horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
everybody knows I have issues with my mental health, and I definitely step away from it when it gets like that. That is not healthy for anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he
Um.
spoke about your nose. He speaks about
Yep.
women's looks all the time. He calls them
Yep.
ugly, like the
Yep.
nastiest things, the nastiest. Look what he did to Lindsay McNeil. Now, however you feel about Lindsay, that has nothing to do with attacking this woman's looks. I mean, it's
Yep.
been bad, guys. I don't know if
Yes.
you see it all, if we're sent clips and we see it, it's like, oh my god, this boy. So yeah, I spoke up for Lindsay because I didn't think it was right. It wasn't. You don't
Yep.
go after some
It
woman's
wasn't.
looks because
It wasn't.
and her intelligence, and because he's the smartest person in the world. He's a genius. No one compares to him. I
Yeah.
mean, he has said
Yeah.
this on his channel.
Yep. You don't want to have a mental joust with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
buddy. Can I
No.
just add something? When he came at Lindsay McNeil, again, like JJ said, you can have your opinions on Lindsay McNeil. We're talking about the behaviors, the patterns of behaviors, right? He
Yeah.
also, there's this woman that has been bullied relentlessly online. She was actually part of a TikTok challenge where parents would use her picture to scare their children. You guys probably have seen her. They would use her picture, and she has a disease. She suffers from, you know, certain, she was born with genetic disfigurements.
Progeria.
And
It's progeria.
yes, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so parents were using her picture to frighten their children and get the children's reactions online. This woman had an anti-bullying campaign. She said how it had affected her, right? Being called ugly, being used to scare people. He used this woman's picture in the video he made about Lindsay McNeil, calling her ugly. A woman that he doesn't even know, a woman that has been bullied relentlessly, right? But he has so much education, but you lack. And then you have the nerve to say, we don't have empathy for you. You lack empathy for anyone. You can have 1,000 degrees, but if you don't have common decency for people, how do you expect people to have it for you? You spoke
Right.
about Tira's children, half breed bastards. And I spoke about this last Sunday because that shit is beyond, beyond. And at that time, me and Tira, we had our own issues, right? But all that petty stuff that me and Tira went through was petty shit, man. It was petty shit. We're going back and forth talking shit about each other. That shit stopped me dead in my tracks. The way she was spoken about, the way her children were spoken about is unacceptable. I'm a mother. I'm a female. I'm a human being. It bothered me. The things that were said about Lindsay, it bothered me. Now, let me tell you why Charlotte became his number one enemy. Okay? Let me tell you what she did so terrible that caused him to, you know, come at her. When he was calling JJ, Cindy Lou Who, Police Wife Life, and someone else, he was referring to them as the Four Horsemen, right? He had asked Charlotte, this is when, okay, so let me go back a little bit. He had asked Charlotte to allow either Sunshinery or Jackie Sunshine to take over her channel. A channel that Charlotte, no matter how, again, no matter how you feel about Charlotte, listen to the stories, okay? Um, a channel that Charlotte had grown on her own, that she started with her phone, right? He told her to hand over her channel to these other creators and allow them to take over her channel, and she could just sit back and collect the money. But everybody says Charlotte is all about the money, right? But Charlotte said no, no, she enjoys making content, right? So that's what he wanted. He was trying to be a YouTube manager for everybody, he wanted to collab with everybody, whatever, right? He asked Charlotte to read a letter on her stream, right? And I think she had said okay. She hadn't read the letter. She hadn't seen the letter, right? It was a letter of him leaving the community. And once she got the letter, she read it, and it was him bashing her friends. So she was like, I'm not reading that. So that is what pushed him to, oh, no, Charlotte's a bitch. She broke her word. First of all, she didn't know what the letter was. You want her to read a letter bashing her friends? Like, no. So he went on to read it on, I think, I know he read it on two other channels. I think it was AZ's and Julie Virgo, right? But I told my recovery story 73 times. He read the same goodbye letter and never went anywhere, right? I'm gonna be shady today. I am, because this is out of hand. This is out of hand. This is the patterns of behavior. This is the control issues that he has. If you don't respond to him in a timely manner, if you don't do what he wants, he throws a tantrum, and now you're public enemy number one. He's gonna call you the most disgusting names. You could say I'm a bitch. You don't like me. Cindy's a bitch. Cindy's, but you want to say the most disgusting things about women, right? You're talking about PJ's nose and what you want to do sexually with her nose. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
okay with that. I'm not okay with that.
No.
So, um, hi Jim Jules. Sorry to everybody I missed. I see you guys. I'm just trying to, uh, you know, stick to the topic. I know that there's probably a lot of other people that have had, and this is, guys, I know some people are going to be very upset about this stream. And if you are, I apologize, but this is the truth, guys. This is not us putting things out of the air and fabricating or making things up. This is true. This has happened. And I say, right, some people may not like me, but okay. But when so many people are having similar experiences with one person, they are the common denominator. You cannot excuse it away. You cannot keep excusing this behavior away. You can't. And I understand that he has PTSD, and some people are like, that's a severe mental health issue. Do any of you guys know what mental health struggles I have? Do you know if I have any? So because maybe I haven't shared them, does that make it okay for people to target and come at me because I haven't shared that publicly? No. Okay? So many people have mental health struggles that they deal with every day. It is not an excuse. It is not a shield to come at people that way. It is not. It is not. And I'm not disrespecting people with mental illness. Trust me, I know. But you cannot come at people all day, every freaking day. And when people
Yeah.
tell you that is fucked up and call you out on it, oh, well, it's my PTSD. No, it doesn't work that way. It's not okay. It's not okay, man. It's
Yeah.
not okay.
No. He went on his tirade last night. Anybody can listen to, you can probably just pick a video and you'll probably hear him be chill, and then he goes off like as if he's talking through gritted teeth and he just sounds angry. He has said things to us before. He has said on, I don't know if it's Little Reds, and no, I didn't clip stuff, I didn't take screenshots, although I'm sure that there's plenty floating around. He has told Josh Cox
Mm-hmm.
that he would like to take his brain and turn it into dust. He
Grind
told,
it into powder.
yes, grind his
Yeah.
brain into powder. He has
Yep.
said that he choked an ex. He said he beat an ex. He said that now he told individual people. Now, We all have the same story, the same story. So he's told us this. So either he's lying to us, although I don't know why you would lie, maybe to sound like a badass, I don't know. But he's told multiple people that he beat up his pastor. He kicked the crap out of him and severely injured him. So, yeah, when you know these things and you have somebody coming at you for just blocking, that is all it took for him to go on these rants. He said yesterday, and I listened to one of his entire videos and I hated every second, but I did it because I want to know what I'm talking about. I just can't
Right.
listen to what someone says and then me repeat it, because no, I want to hear it with my own ears. He said,
Right.
if you hurt me, why do you think I can't clap back? Excuse me, sir? Hurt you? We blocked
Hmm.
you, and your
Yep.
clap back is to, I mean, go on these tirades of verbal abuse. It is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting, and nobody has to put up with it. And I can tell everybody
No.
here, and I firmly believe this, I don't care any of the men, whether it is real, whether it's Christ conflict, whether it's Roadhog, whether it's Unirock. I mean, who are some of the other men? I don't know. But if they're abusive at all, and no, I am not saying that if a creator that is a woman is coming at you, that you cannot respond. That is not what I'm saying. So don't
No.
misunderstand me. If somebody's coming at you, yes, you can respond. But what they are doing right now is absolutely unacceptable. And I'm not supporting anyone. Anyone. I'm not telling you ladies what to do. But I can tell you, if I continue,
No.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Now, I heard Roadhog say recently that, because I know him and AZ have their whole thing, the back and the forth. I don't know, because really, I don't give a damn. I just know that they go back and forth, and I know AZ gives it as good as she gets it. So, and I'm sure Roadhog, I've listened to a couple of his, like, popped in and out, and he goes on his tirades too, and it's not cool the way he talks to women. It's disgusting too. And, but I did hear him say that now that he has had a sample of what they said about his wife, that he has apologized, he can see it now,
Yep.
and that he is going to change his behavior. And that I can
Hmm.
appreciate. I can. It doesn't change what he's done and said in the past, but I
Right.
do appreciate
Right.
that he at
Right.
least can recognize it, apologize, and want to change. Now, whether he does or
Yep.
not in the future, that's entirely up to him. Not me, not you, not
Right.
anybody. That is up to him. So
It's
I'm
exactly
just putting it out there now. I'm not. I don't care. I don't care what friendships there were or what. No. If you are going to talk sexually to a woman, whether it's to put her on your dick and spin, whether it is talking
yeah.
about blowjobs, whether it, I don't care what it is. Like, there's no reason for that. I'm sorry, guys. There's just not.
You're
I
right.
mean,
You're right.
they could do better. And I'm not saying women can't be bitches, because God, we know there are a lot of repulsive women out there. I don't have the best mouth, but
True.
I'm really not going to try to go low at you. Like, I don't talk about Mr. Conflict's family. I don't talk about, I don't,
Nope.
no, I don't talk about his
Nope.
family. I recently, what
Nope.
was it, last week, finally says that considers his kids that he don't even have nothing to do with anymore, trap babies. Like, what the hell? Who calls? And his family that's in the Philippines, that yeah, we don't even go there. But yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't go in on them at all. Yet he has with me. Why? Why?
Yep.
Why is that
He
okay?
mentions your husband that you don't
Yes,
even
all the
mention. He
time,
doesn't even
all the
know. Doesn't
time.
even know your husband's name.
Doesn't know
And
his
he calls
name,
your husband a cabrón.
doesn't know
Yeah.
his occupation,
Can I
his
say
nothing.
something?
Sure, of course.
Right. JJ's Hispanic. She's Latina. Okay? I've said this before. Calling a Latina a cabrona is so offensive and disrespectful.
Yeah.
Cabrona, for those who may not know, is a woman that cheats on her husband. A cabron is a man that cheats on his wife. You say that to a Hispanic in his face, he's gonna punch you in the face, man. Okay?
Yes, yeah, no joke.
Calling
Yep.
a Latina a dirty cabrona is a slur, right?
Yep.
Dirty with
Sure it
Hispanic.
is.
It's unacceptable, especially someone who's fighting against racism. I say this
Right.
all the time. You cannot fight racism with racism. And he can say, I don't know shit about racism. I don't know what it is to be a black man. I've never claimed to know what it is to be a black man. But no one can tell me that I don't know about racism. You don't know my life. You don't know my struggles.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that shit, cut that shit out. Calling a Latina a dirty cabrona is so fucking offensive.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it. I'm tired
Just
of it.
saying a Latina is dirty is highly offensive. That is, there
So offensive.
we've heard so many things, of why calling a black man a monster is offensive or why, but he knows. Come on. Calling any Hispanic dirty, that is a slur. That is like like
Yep.
the stereotype that we have roaches, that we live in families of like 50 people in one tiny little house, and like it just is. I don't know really how to explain it, but if you don't know that, you can definitely look it up and you'll see it is a racial slur. But he's okay to do that.
It is.
He's okay.
It is. Right. And again, I'm saying, what I'm saying is, like what JJ said, okay? I'm not going to support any of that. I can't. I can't, guys. Like I said, we can all be considered hypocrites, right? Because we have people that we like, people that we consider our friends, that have said some things that to us is funny, right? They come at somebody crazy. We're like, yup, get that. Or they're just real, right? They're just real people. They're not fake. You got to think about the person is being said to. They may not think it's so funny. So in all instances, like I've said so many times, perspectives are everything. And I keep saying it because it's so important. You will never understand from my perspective because you don't see through my eyes and I don't see through yours. There's a common ground somewhere in the middle, right? And I think that that's where we have to meet. That certain things shouldn't be acceptable under any circumstances, no matter who says it, right? The sexualization of women's body parts and all this, mentioning kids, like JJ said, we've never mentioned his family. Never. I will
No.
never do that. I've always said that I will never parent shame somebody. I will never talk about somebody's kids, because don't talk
Right.
about mine.
Exactly.
But you're gonna go on yesterday and you're gonna rip me apart, and I don't care. I don't want to see it. I haven't seen it. You get the Cliff's Notes version, right? People send you shit. They tell you things. I don't want to see it because I don't need to. I don't need to see what he said about me specifically. Trust me, I know it was bad. Okay? But for you to make inferences about my relationship, I don't talk about my relationship here online because that's my business. I don't talk about that. I've never talked about my relationship here online, and I never will. Certain aspects of my life keep private. I don't talk about my children here online because once I open that door, people think that they can piggyback and talk about my children. I'm never going to talk about my children here because there's certain things and subjects that are sacred to me. My family is sacred to me. Whatever I may be going through at home, I keep it private because that's where I want it to stay. So for you to, try to talk about my relationship or me having fear of abandonment, you're hilarious. I think you misconstrue fear of abandonment with loyalty. I'm loyal. I'm loyal. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no fear of abandonment. Trust me. I can be alone.
Yeah.
I like being alone. I'm alone most of the time. I prefer being alone. I do. I'm not a people person. I don't like crowds. I'm always by myself. I swear to God. People will invite me to a
Right.
party. I'm like, nah, I
Yeah.
found an excuse. I'd rather stay home in my pajamas watching movies. I enjoy that. So
Same.
again, you know absolutely nothing. So
Yeah.
let's see what people are saying because I
He
think we
said Oh yeah, true. We probably
I'm
have been
sorry, go ahead.
talking quite a bit, but yeah. Well, I was just gonna say real quick, on the lines of accountability, he said this about Bad Art Tangent yesterday, and
Yeah.
my feelings on Bad Art Tangent, I don't really care. It's just kind of like whatever. But I didn't like what he said about her. Like it was just terrible. Whether I like her for some petty stuff, whatever, it doesn't matter. But he said that someone abused her at 4, and now that she's 38 years old at 12 and what does that have to do with being abused at 4? Well, he's 50 and he has PTSD. So is that, like, why is he allowed to be an asshole? Why is that okay?
Right.
For him to be able to say what he
Right.
wants at 50 or however old, 50 something years old, and I don't understand. Like, why is that okay? And he says accountability is accountability. Well then, sir, where is your
Yeah.
accountability? And I don't want to hear your letter of,
Right.
oh, I know people are about to expose me, so I'm going to exit from the community for a little while. We've heard this multiple times before. Please do it this time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And that's the thing, right? You say war has no gender. This is not fucking war. This is fucking YouTube.
Yeah,
Keep shit in perspective, bro. Like, what in the fuck? This is not wars. This is fucking YouTube. Seriously, man. And
yeah,
talking about you have to stay in your house so you won't commit murder? Huh?
yeah.
What?
He said that just last night, guys. Just last night that he has to stay in his house so that way he doesn't commit murder. Who speaks that way? I'm glad he stays in his house then. But then he's instead of using people online, and yes, we can just close our laptops or don't look at our phones or whatever. But listen, and we can block him, yes, but we hear from lots of other people what's being said. We're on Twitter, things get shared, you see it. None of us should have to put up with that. None of us.
But can I also say, right? People block him. You don't have to see it. So all the people that hold people accountable for nasty behaviors, then we should all do that, right? Don't call out anybody because we can all block people. We can all ignore it. No, no, hell no. Okay? I don't even care what he said about me. Seriously, it's not even that serious. When you're talking about people, no, 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 nah, fuck that. I'm sorry, no. And if that's a problem for some, I'm sorry, but hell, motherfucking no. Half breed bastards, half breed bastards.
Yeah.
Fuck no, no fucking way. Because one of them is a child, right? One of them is 9 years old. What in the actual fuck, guys?
Yeah. And
Let
it's
me
been
chill, cause that shit. Whew.
and it gets
I'm sorry. Go
like
ahead, JJ.
it gets glossed over, like it doesn't matter because it's somebody else, it doesn't matter, it's somebody that I don't like, or it doesn't matter. Listen, there are people in this chat right now that I've not spoken on publicly that have talked horrible about me, horrible, based on some videos when they heard a little bit of a story or half the story they've heard. Didn't hear nothing from me, but they'll listen to other people, and
Right.
that's that. And listen,
Right.
I might be a lot of things. I could be petty. I could be bitchy. I
Yep.
could be whatever in a
Yep.
mood. I could be a lot of things,
Yep.
but I am not a liar. Not intentionally. I
Yep.
may change my mind on something, 6 months
Yep.
down the road, like, all right, maybe I judge this person too harshly or whatever the case may be. But no, lying, I have no reason to. Why would I do that? It's easier to be with the in crowd. Nobody wants to be known
Yeah.
as the asshole who's opinionated. It really isn't just me being an
Exactly.
asshole that's opinionated. It's me being
Yep.
honest, and people don't like that, so I'm an asshole for it.
And how about Chicago? Right? Came at her all kinds of crazy, made fun of her laughing. Bugsy. made 2 videos about her, bad art. That was a good friend of his, right?
Yep.
These are all women that tried to speak to him respectfully, weren't disrespectful. When he read Chicago's comment, it was not disrespectful at all. She was trying to understand why it was a race issue for him. She was genuinely trying to understand. And instead, he blasted her that she's, not, she's intellectually inferior, whatever the fuck he said about her. Instead of listening, but then he has the nerve to say she has no empathy for him, so fuck her. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. You know, you have to show compassion to receive compassion. You have to show empathy to receive empathy.
Yeah.
And we're two-faced, whatever. I'm the same way everywhere. I'm the same way everywhere. I may feel something w- at one time, and I learn and I change my mind. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to gain more information and change your perspective and grow, right?
Right.
Evolve. You're allowed to do that. That doesn't make you two-faced. That doesn't make you a hypocrite, because your opinion may change when you get more information. But for somebody that's so educated, you should know better. You should know
Right.
better. And that, I'm so smart and always calling me dumb, and she that I'm marginal. Okay, I never sat up here and said I was Einstein. I've never said that. I'm very proud of my intellect because I never look down on anyone else. I never call anyone dumb or belittle them because of their life struggles of what they've been through. Never. People who are genuinely so smart do not have to keep reminding us of how smart they are. Just like people that aren't liars don't have to keep saying they're not lying. It would be common knowledge. People would know. Your actions would show this. So who are you trying to convince? Us or yourself, man? Because I really don't give a fuck about how smart you are. Okay? I really don't give a fuck. Because you haven't learned the most basic fucking principles for
Yeah.
righteous man of God.
How to treat people. It's horrible. I mean, I don't know. If somebody blocked me, okay, you blocked me. Moving on. Next. I mean, what am I supposed to
Exactly.
say
It's
to
not
that?
the
I'm
end of
not
the
going to go on
world. She
these
blocked me.
tirades.
How dare you?
Right. Right. He's
Yeah.
got an obsession with my husband that I never speak about. Do any of you in here, I'm sure some of you have heard me on panels, do I ever talk about my husband? Never. Never. But I can tell you what, he calling my husband a bitch, and it's calling my husband a bitch. But who is the man that's sitting on a channel involving himself in women's business, calling women all kinds of bitches, hoes, whores, everything in the book? But my fine ass husband who treats me like I'm a queen is a bitch. Okay, buddy. Okay.
Yep. And we don't see Jamal acting like this. Jamal, the dark
Right.
magician, I listen, I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. I watch him, I'm subscribed to him, I catch his lives, I've watched him, how he speaks. So fucking respectful.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not it's not that be, and this is the thing, you know what I mean? It's what is inside of you. Don't say that we're the cause of you acting out or talking like this. Hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. Stop blaming other people for you not being able to control yourself. Self control. You control yourself. You could say you don't like me, tell the reasons why you don't like me, but you don't do that. You want to demean and belittle and talk about people's kids and all of this stuff that really has nothing to do with it. Like when you talked about Caddy, why did you attack Caddy? Caddy, Caddy, out of all people in this, me, I could see it. I could see it.
Yep.
I've done some shit. Okay, call me the
No,
fuck out.
still none. No. You don't deserve to be talked to like that. But Caddy, like of all people,
Caddy,
like the
man.
least problematic sub of any subs that ever existed. I mean,
It's
And
true, and
he
you're
did.
calling out people for no reason. They leaving comments. Some people didn't even leave comments on his fucking channel. It was other channels, and he's attacking them, making videos. All come on, guys. When are us as women, right? And I'm not trying to exclude any men here that may be
No.
here. Never want to exclude you, like Dark Magician, if he's still here. I don't want to exclude you, but I'm saying us as women, right? When are we gonna decide, realize what's more important, right? Us bickering with each other because we may not like each other for stupid shit that really doesn't matter because it's stupid shit. It's stupid shit, man. We may not like each other for stupid shit. Some of it is misunderstandings, for real. You know what I mean? But women, we could be catty as fuck. When are we gonna say this shit is not acceptable? This shit is unacceptable. This is why we did this stream. It's not to blast anybody. It's not. It's because I saw too many women being affected. And it's not okay to say, well, if it affects you, get offline. No. Who the hell do you think you are to tell somebody else they have to get offline because you have self control?
Right. And you guys, your, your kids, if they're young, what are we leaving, what are we leaving our kids? What are we leaving them if we put up with it? If we say, "Oh, we're just going to get away from, we're going to leave being online. We're not going to be online anymore because, this nasty person or that nasty person or this." No, because your
Right.
kids are, going to go online, and what's going to be left?
Exactly.
Nasty ass
Exactly.
people that are permitted
Exactly.
to talk that way. Not only
No.
permitted to talk that way, but make money off of talking that way. I'm sorry, no. And I'm not talking one or two bad things. Everybody makes mistakes. You
Of
can
course.
apologize. You have a bad video. You lost your temper, whatever. I've lost my temper. I regret the video that I did when I did with Jackie because I was cursing everybody out, telling everybody to fuck off. I was angry.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a video right before I went on, but still, that wasn't an excuse. I should have taken my time and given myself a little more time in between speaking on it.
Right.
And I think I would have been able to speak more clearly
And your
and
message would have
not
been
have.
better received by people. You're
Yes,
right.
I think so. And it was my fault. And I admit that. I'm sorry that I did that. But
Right.
here we go, not video after video after video, comment after comment after comment. And it's woman after woman after woman. I am telling you, if you are close to him now, he is going to do it to you too.
Yes.
He's
Please
going to.
understand that. Please understand that. Regardless, like I said, regardless, and I turned off my camera because I'm smoking a cigarette and I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody, whatever. But regardless about how you may feel about us guys, okay? It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to talk to women this way. It's not okay to blame us for you coming at us crazy solely because we moved away from it because it was too much. It was too much. You wanted to control people. And the reason he was angry at me initially is because he was mad that I decided to remain friends with my friends. That's why he keeps calling me weak. People keep calling me weak. Oh, she's weak. She doesn't want to be alone. That's why she's friends with these people. Stop. Stop belittling my intelligence. I have all my faculties. I know what the fuck I am doing. I am friends with these people, right, wrong, or indifferent. These are my friends. I do not tell anyone else who to be friends with. I do not tell anyone that they have to like my friends. We are all individuals. We are allowed to not like the same people. But you basically came at me for no reason beside I would not do what you wanted me to do. I did nothing to this man. He mocked my recovery. Okay? He was making ableist fucking comments about me to come at me because that's his way of saying I'm dumb. And it's ridiculous. All the women in here, all these women that have all these stories that have been through it, we are all just bitches who just, you know what I mean? There's no way that we're just all such bitches that he is so superior and elite that he just saw, oh my God, they're all bitches and I'm going to call them all out. The problem is him.
Yeah.
And those of you that he hasn't done it to yet that are close to him, trust and believe if every single person that he was ever close to, he has done this to. I know you may think you're more special, and that's okay. It's going to happen to one of you eventually if you ever cannot be there when he wants you to be there. If you do something that he feels goes against what he wants you to do, please understand that.
Yeah.
As easily as it has been us, it can also be you.
It
It
can.
can also be you, man.
And that's what I worry about. And because I didn't speak on it, it wasn't until like he started going off on me on AZ stream and like really taking that opportunity to like really go in on me because I didn't agree with what they did. And we're gonna get into that, but I don't know if we'll have time tonight, maybe tomorrow, because that needs
Yeah.
to be cleared up. It really does. And it needs to be cleared up in a way where no, I am not piling on. I'm sorry. If you decide to screw with a man like Roadhog and you're going back and forth with each other and you screw with a mod and she calls you out for being a liar, that has nothing to do with me or Cindy or PJ or Charlotte or anybody else, okay? It doesn't.
Right.
So I just want to make that clear.
Yes. And can I
Anyway,
just, like I said, I'm also not going to pile on, but
right.
I never conditioned anyone to hate anyone. Okay?
No, that's
I
ridiculous.
wish I had that fucking power. Trust me,
Right.
if I could condition people, I would be paid. I would be paid, laid, and slayed. Trust me if I had that fucking power, man.
Yeah.
I do not have that power.
And let's be clear on who we're talking about. This was AZ yesterday on a live stream on Instagram because, the dirty work doesn't get done on YouTube. And some people may not know that as well. But she said people conditioned her to not like real entertainment news. I'm sorry, what? What? You're supposed to be this big, strong boss girl, but people conditioned you to not like him? It doesn't
I
work
think,
that way.
I'm sorry. I think this is so important. Commentary what Kelly just said. I'll admit the reason I haven't blocked him on IG is because of what I've seen him do to others. I'm not proud of caving to my fear. Just in that right there, I give
Yeah.
you so much respect for that because
Yeah.
we were in your shoes at one point. I was in that same position. I allowed him to come to my Twitter thread and be so disrespectful to my friend because I wanted to pacify and appease him. I did this for so long, guys. I understand it. And this is me being as honest as I can possibly be. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. I did the same thing. I allowed him to come to my Twitter thread and be so disrespectful to my friend.
Uh-oh.
And I did this for so long, guys. I understand
I
it.
can't
And this
hear.
is
Is
me
it me?
being as honest as I can possibly be. Sorry, guys.
You're back. Was
Yeah,
it me or
I
was it you?
listen. Listen, it was me. It was me. My phone said, "Oh no, bitch, you're done. You're done," and kicked me out. Sorry
Oh,
about
okay.
that. I guess my phone was like, "No, you're talking too much shit. Fuck that." But I get it. I get, yeah, I get it. I get it, guys. I mean that sincerely. I get it. We were all once there, you
Yeah.
know. And
And
this
subs do
stream,
get targeted, Kirsten. They sure
yes,
do.
yes, they do. And it's not okay, guys. I never think it's okay to blast subscribers, no matter what. No matter what. They do not, it's an imbalance of power, right? They do not have the platform that we have, no matter what. I'm a small, tiny creator, but I still have an influence, right? Subscribers don't have that kind of reach. They can only come into chats. They can only leave comments. Even though I know some subscribers are shit stirrers. Trust me, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. You understand? But they don't have the same power, the same reach, the same influence that we have. And I think we need to take that into account as well before we really OD and blast a subscriber. I get it. I've seen some subscribers that go between creators that are fighting and instigate stuff. And I've seen that. I do. I know that that happens. And I think that that's unfortunate because I'm not asking anyone to pick any sides. Honestly, I wish there were no sides. We're individuals, right? Some behaviors of mine you may have issues with, and I'm learning and I'm growing, and I've never claimed to be perfect. I'm flawed. I'm flawed as fuck. But I try. I genuinely try to be kind. I do. You know, sometimes like I've came here and I've said some shit out my mouth, but that wasn't my purpose for coming on YouTube. That's not my purpose today. You know, but this stream was important because I've seen too many people being disrespected, disregarded, and when they dare to speak up, keep my fucking name out your mouth, that's an intimidation tactic. Or what? Or you're gonna threaten us, or you're gonna call us all kinds of things. That's not acceptable, guys. That's not acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I want to, just say again, guys, I'm not telling you what to do and who you're going to support, not
No,
support. I'm
no.
saying I am not at all anymore. And I'm also not going to just be quiet about it, because I mean, I'm not going to go stream after stream after stream and blast anybody, because that's not any fun either. And
Right.
I just am saying that I'm not going to be quiet about it. If somebody says that they had a terrible situation, I will say, yeah, I did as well.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, because if I don't say anything and I wasn't saying anything, then the person thinks that it's only them, and
Right.
it's not.
And I think that that's why Mr. Conflict was upset, because before I would stay quiet, and lately I feel like I have a voice. It's not right if I don't use my voice and I don't speak up for other people. I have to do that. And it's not really for me, guys. I really don't care what he thinks about me. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. Or else I would have been watching his videos. I don't want to watch him because I don't want to put myself in that mindset to be upset because what he thinks of me doesn't matter. But the things that he's saying about other women, other people is not okay. It's not okay. And I'm saying now I'm not going to support that kind of behavior from anyone. I'm not. I'm not going to
No.
support that behavior from anyone. Okay?
That's
I'm
correct.
making
And
that known.
I'm not selfish enough to look and say, "Oh, well, it wasn't about me, so I'm just going to stay out
Right.
of it."
No.
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 You see that behavior being done to someone else, it's not okay.
Right.
It's not. And
Oh,
no, I don't have to fight other people's battles, but I'm also not a hypocrite and say that, women support women, and then turn around and also say, well, it's not my battle, so
right.
yeah. And I
Right.
also would like to say that I do not understand his behavior. I don't. I don't want to understand it. I'm never going to understand it. And while I know he has PTSD, I'm not going to do a cop out of, I don't, I understand his behavior, or I may not like his behavior, but I understand him. No, 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 no. Bullshit. It's the same person. His behavior and him, they are the same thing. Sorry. If
Excuse me. And I could understand if he was changing the behavior, right? If he took
right.
accountability for it and said, "Okay, I'm gonna do different. I'm gonna do better," but he hasn't. He
Yeah.
hasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi,
No.
police of life.
He thinks he does nothing wrong,
Hello.
and we're stupid because we don't put up with it. So,
Right.
it's our fault. It's our fault. Is that not classic abuse? It is our fault that he
Yep.
is abusive towards women. It's
Yep.
our fault, guys, because we
Hi,
saw it.
mermaid in the ICU. Sorry. Yeah, it's our fault. That's funny.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. All of that is not. It's not okay. Sorry.
I
Hey,
just
of
wanted to
course.
say,
Please.
if everyone would just stop encouraging and co-signing the bad behavior, um, I'm not blind to see what goes on in these chats. I see people say one thing in this chat, one thing in that chat. If you're in a content creator's chat and that person is just verbally abusing and bashing somebody, and you're in there laughing and going along with it, at what point do you say right is right, is wrong, and this is wrong?
It is.
It's getting gross. It's out of control, and the abuse needs to stop. People need to stop being afraid. You're not alone. Several of us have been through this, and you know what? We're saying no more. Enough is enough. We
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
tired of being harassed. We're not
Right.
out here talking about you, yet you can't keep our names out of your mouth.
You're right. You're right. And
That's
we
going
stood
on a
quiet for
lot.
so long. Yeah.
We
Yes.
stayed
And it's
quiet
done
for
us
too
no
long.
good. Yes, and it's
None.
done us
And
no
that's
good.
why we're
We
not
stayed
quiet.
quiet. When we stayed quiet, it got worse and worse and worse. And what did we hear from people? Oh, well, your silence says a lot about, what went on. And your silence, it equals guilt. Like, what? We learned our lesson with that, and we will not stay silent anymore. We will call out the bullshit on the spot. Now,
Yes.
I'll
Right.
pick my battles. Just because someone mentions my name, I'm not going to be running to a channel to
Right.
complain and bitch at someone. I'll pick
No.
my battles. But when it is like the heavier, messier things, yeah, you bet your
Yes.
ass I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah, this became
Yeah.
overwhelming. So many people being targeted every day. How could we sit on this platform? How could I sit on this platform and fix my mouth to advocate for certain things and I stay quiet to this? I can't. And I'm not just speaking for me, I'm speaking for everyone in this chat who has felt what we feel, who has been where we have been. Maybe for different circumstances, but the pain is still the same when you're being targeted, when you're being called these fucking names for nothing, for no reason other that you moved away for your own well being. We have the right to do that. We have the right to remove ourselves from situations that aren't good for us without being blasted or called out because you chose to do that.
Okay, and that's the thing, Cindy. Think about it.
But, well,
We walked
police traffic.
away quietly. We walked away quietly. No one knew that we walked away from Mr. Conflict.
Nope.
People only found out when he started blasting us.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
And he's
Right.
not stopped. He has not stopped. He
You're
still has our names in his mouth every video. And now I see that he's got his second departure letter. Well, you didn't leave on your first departure letter. What's this one for?
I agree.
And and while I have you up here, because Jen P, just gave him his own words back, I think you need to let everyone know the comments that she put on his video using his own words that he chose to
Oh,
delete.
yes. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot. Hi, Charlotte. I'm going to let you speak. Let me just read this. Jennifer
I'm gonna
P
too.
left this on his video. Let's see if I have. I thought I. Oh, crud. Where is. Okay, hold on. Let me just go into. Um, it's deleted, but she left this comment on his video, and I think it's important because, like I said, it's deleted now, but it's important. She's a subscriber, okay? And everyone's opinion is important, right? No matter if we agree with it or not. This is what she told Mr. Conflict after his stream last night. Okay. She said integrity, authenticity, moral compass, these are all qualities you lack. You are a weak, sad man that hates yourself so much you have to attack people to somehow feel like you're important when in reality you are a lonely loser. You're not even marginal, sorry. The reason Caddy and others ghosted you is because you tried to control them and threw a fit like a toddler when they wouldn't give you their undivided attention and time. In other words, you acted like a creepy stalker. You need immediate help because you are clearly having homicidal thoughts. You look like Steve Urkel, so I wouldn't trash someone else's looks. You wish you were an upstanding, well groomed, articulate, caring, genuine, authentic, full of love man. You are not. You are a self-serving narcissist with severe hate and rage issues. You have openly talked about beating and choking your girlfriend and beating your pastor. You are a fraud. You don't love God or Jesus. You only love hate. You need, sorry, you need to stop You need to stop blaming your race, your PTSD, etc. Look in the mirror and blame yourself, your actions, the hateful words that so freely flow from your sad, empty soul. And I'm reading it because she's a subscriber and she may not have wanted to come up here, but that's her opinion. And I think it's important. You've come after so many of us, you know, calling us marginal, called me marginal, I'm weak. I have no spine. I think I do. I think I think it's here somewhere. It's kind of
It's
messed up,
there.
but it's here. It's here. Anyway, hi Charlotte.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
We're good. How are you?
Hey.
Pretty good. I'm frustrated. Like with the Christ conflict thing. Like you said earlier, Cindy, the only thing I ever did to him was he came to me, asked me, he said he was leaving the community and he wanted me to read his goodbye letter to everyone. So
Right.
I agreed. But then when he sent me the letter, he knew full well what he was doing because the letter was bashing everyone that I was close to. I wasn't going to do that. There's no
Right.
way. So then he went to Julie's channel and Julie did it. And we all know how Julie and my situation went at the time. And not just with Christ conflict, but I think like a lot of these creators need to stop with the bashing. How many videos do you really need to do dragging someone? Stream upon, I mean, like 4 or 5 streams every day for weeks about someone before it's enough.
Yeah,
I've never.
somebody's
I
going to end
agree.
up hurting themselves. They
They
really
are.
are. And,
They are. And then
people
you
look
can't
at that as
cry
like,
mental
oh,
health.
yeah.
You can't cry mental health whenever one person gives it back to you. I mean, I'm sorry, but they've never had anybody in the community to go, to bash them all at the same time. That messes
True.
with me. It really does.
Yep.
And somebody is going to end up harming themselves over things like this. It's just too far.
Yeah. And one person's mental health is not more important than another's. I'm sorry,
Exactly.
it's just not. And you cannot claim, don't kick me when I'm down, when you and your groupies are happy to kick someone else when they're down. Not only kick them, but stomp on them a whole lot, run them over with the car, back over them with the car. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it happen, and it's horrible. And everybody's mental health matters. And I think people just need to learn to be a bit kinder. Don't
Right.
expect that if you say something, you won't get clapped back. That isn't what I'm
Right.
saying. Like I said, this
Right.
is commentary. We all have our opinions. We're all welcome to say them. But I think that this has gotten to a new level. The subs even say it. It is like down in the pits of like hell
Yeah.
with the way that people are
Right.
treating each other. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And
There's
that's
You're
got to
why,
be
right.
a better way.
they all want you to worry about their mental health, but they don't care about yours. Charlotte, I remember when all that was going on because we were all in it. We were all going through it, and you were basically silenced. And they did
Yeah.
video after video after IG after video after IG. What about
And
your
Mo,
mental health? They
can
had
you
you in the toilet at the time.
can you guys remind me what was my big crime?
Oh, well, your big crime. JJ, you're good at explaining this one. I mean, if not, I'll do it.
I mean, it's really ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. Charlotte's crime, my crime. It's petty.
My
Um,
crime, we're all crime.
yeah, I mean, it is so ridiculous. There's only a few people who gained from what happened months ago, and the only reason that
Hmm.
I'll even be willing to say what it was, otherwise I would say forget it. It's watched. It's done. Is because some cannot let it go, and we have to hear about it all the time. And even though we don't watch their videos, screenshots and clips are sent. And while we can tell people not to do it, that doesn't, no, they're going to do it anyway. People do it.
No.
So Charlotte's big crime was, okay, Izzy didn't want people talking about real entertainment news. Real Entertainment News. This was at the time when he was coming at me pretty hard. He was coming at Charlotte pretty hard. He was coming at Jackie. He was coming,
Me,
a lot of us pretty hard,
me,
the way that he can
all
do.
of us.
Yes, yep, Least Wife Life. He was coming at her too, calling her racist and all kind of names. And so because Jennifer Falk came into Discord and decided to tell the entire Discord that AZ and Charlotte were ducks, AZ flipped out. Flipped out. She flipped out on her Discord, but I didn't see it. I didn't know what the heck was going on. Sorry, I wasn't in Discord all day watching everything that's going on. So she
Mm-hmm.
flipped out in hers, went on, did an IG live, did a live on YouTube, made posts about it, just freaking out because her first name was said, even though her first name has said that she called herself her first name. So I don't really know why that's the worst thing in the world. It was actually Charlotte who was doxxed. So she got mad at that, went into Charlotte's Discord, was flipping out on everybody in there. After flipping out on everybody in there, she leaves the Discord. Leaves it as for good, out, goodbye, not just walking away from her computer or device. She actually left the Discord. So
Right.
then, while everybody's in there, like, what the heck? What the heck just happened? Or people just coming in to see, like, everybody's all upset. Like, what went on? Well, I guess because AZ had some people in there still, Jennifer Falk being one of them, and Stacy and Kim being the other two, went to AZ and said, they're all in there talking about you. No one was talking badly about her. I can tell you that. I was in there. So she freaked out and wanted back in to the Discord. Charlotte told her, in a couple days, let things cool down. Everybody in there is upset. In a couple days, when things cool down, you can come back in. Well, that was AZ taking it. You're taking money over me. I'm your friend. What was Charlotte supposed to do? Was she
Right.
And
supposed
I
to kick
even,
all
yeah,
of
I
her
remember I
members
even
out?
reached out and apologized after that, because
Yep.
it was, I'd never had that situation happen before. It was
Right.
a
Right.
members only Discord. It was a perk for my members who I talked to about every day in there at the
Oh,
time.
Right.
and side note, what you just said, it was a private members only Discord. It was not a
Correct.
public
Yes.
Discord.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to
But
pay to be in that Discord.
somebody, that's right, but somebody felt the need to just blast that private Discord all over the internet.
And
Oh,
I
but
wouldn't
not
even be
before
speaking.
deleting.
Go ahead.
Not before deleting their posts. Anything that they
Oh,
said
that's
bad
right.
that they didn't want it to
Exactly.
get out, that shit was all deleted. Because I
That was
went
all
back to look
deleted.
for posts. And I'm not somebody who takes screenshots or does screen recordings. Guys, I don't care. Like, I've got other things to do. I'm not like, oh, this might be useful someday. I mean, I just don't think that way. I'm sorry, sue me. I'm the worst
Right.
person in the world. So yeah, stuff was deleted. So anyway, go ahead, Charlotte.
Well, just to be clear, the only reason I'm speaking on this today, it's not to pile on anybody.
No.
That's not my point.
Uh-uh.
The point is, for the last 5 months, even AZ keeps mentioning my name on her Instagram lives. And now Julie Virgo, wants
Yeah.
to come out and put my name in her mouth. Why? I haven't said anything, haven't done anything. I did like a tweet
You
by
haven't.
Bad Art Tangent.
They
Crucify me. I
they
liked a
say
tweet.
Julie Virgo likes to run around saying they're dead to they're dead to me, they're dead to me. Julie, you haven't kept our names out of your mouth yet.
She
Right.
hasn't. And
And
I've
for
still stepped
months,
back and haven't
guys,
said anything.
I challenge them. I challenge anybody to go back for months. We've said nothing, not a post, not a nothing, but it still hasn't ended. It hasn't stopped. And today, Julie with they want to come out of their tunnels and pile on. Excuse me, ma'am? No, 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 no. You are not going to blame us for AZ wanting a
No.
mental
No.
health break. because AZ
Nope.
went
No.
at Roadhog, and because AZ pissed off a mod and the mod exposed some of her lies. Sorry, that isn't our fault. How are we
Yeah,
blamed for
and I
that?
like the tweet because even a broken clock can be right twice a day.
Can I
Right,
say
that's right.
something?
No, you
I've
may not.
been sorry. I was there since the beginning, guys, right? I was
Right.
there for all of this. And as I've always said, I've stayed so quiet about this whole situation. I haven't spoken about any of them, right? Because I made a promise that they were once my friends. These people were once my friends, right? And I've never spoken about them. And I see now that I'm being, you know, talked about on IG Live, and I'm still not gonna break my promise. I'm not gonna do that because they were my friends, and that's okay. But what I will say is that when all this came out months ago, everybody here was called liars.
Yeah.
And they weren't lying, guys. I was in that
Wasn't.
Discord. It was a private members Discord. It wasn't a public Discord. It was a private members Discord. And what hurt us is that it was private. It should have stayed private. We could have handled it privately. We don't want to be friends anymore. We could have went our separate ways. That would have been fine. We were hurt the way it was done to us, and we were expected to get over it in an instant because you told us we had to get over it. That's not how reality works, guys. People were hurt. I was there. I never badmouthed anyone, and people were hurt. Nobody was talking shit about AZ. It wasn't happening like that.
No, it wasn't.
No,
Okay?
but you
It
People
had
have
wasn't.
the right to discuss things in private, and it should stay private, guys.
Yeah,
yeah.
it
Well,
was
I'm
just a
that
sorry.
that to
horrible
me just
time.
showed how close of a friend, you know, I guess I wasn't with AZ because if she had looked at us as friends, I don't see how she could have immediately ran to her YouTube channel and her Instagram, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
Right.
and 5, 6 lives a day for a week solid, and we said nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And we
No, it's
thought,
true.
okay,
It's
we're
true.
like, okay, they're really upset, they'll chill out, but
It'll
no,
die
they gain
down.
from it. Yes, they are the
Yes.
only one who gains from it. And if we want to be honest, I saw something written today and I'm like, wow, that is so true and so like it's so insightful. Where there's a Julie Virgo, there will be fractured friendships. Julie Virgo is
Absolutely.
23 or 24 years old. And the, I guess, absolute mind fucks that she does with people and planting little seeds of someone did something to somebody, da, 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 whatever it is, so that way she can get that person all to herself. I'm not kidding. I'm not. They're right now not even cool with Jennifer Falk.
Well,
I'm
hey, I
like,
was just going to say, JJ, how funny is it that Julie is throwing Jennifer Falk under the bus right now when her and Julie got something going on? AV has no clue, but she will.
I know. I know. And I'm trying to stay
yeah,
out of that, you know, but
yep,
it's the truth.
yeah, yeah.
And
I
that's the
don't.
thing. Throwing her under the bus for having a sock account. Come on. Come on. Come on. That is
Like
the
Julie
lamest
didn't have
excuse I've
Nat's
ever heard.
microwave, remember?
Right.
Mhm.
She had Nat's microwave, sock accounts. Come on. So you're throwing her away because of a sock account? Like, at least come up with a better excuse for that.
No,
Like,
there is
Yeah.
it's
way more to
ridiculous.
that. Yeah, there's
And
way
I'm
more
not
to
gonna speak
that.
on that because that's I don't know what's going on. I don't. But I'm
It's
just
not
saying,
our
guys.
place. It's not our
Right.
place. That's not our battle.
But
No,
guys,
it's
we've
not.
been
And
looked at as the bad guys for months, guys. We've been
yeah,
called the backstabbers, the bad friends, the terrible people. We're not. We're flawed. Yeah. We may
We've
have
had
reacted the
apologies torn apart and laughed at,
yes.
picked at.
Yes.
yeah.
You want to
And
talk
Charlotte,
about, see,
honestly,
AZ is not being piled on right now. That's what kills me. AZ is not being
She's
piled on. You
not.
know what? You
no.
dished some stuff out. You're finally getting it back from somebody. How do you think Charlotte felt when you and Julie and Jennifer Falk did what you all did to Charlotte?
And
Where
I'm
was
sorry,
your
but
worry for her mental health? There was none. You didn't
no,
care.
zero, none. And Charlotte lost. They gained. Julie Virgo became monetized. on that whole bullshit that happened. I'm sorry, but she did. She gained hundreds of subscribers based on that. That is exactly what happened. And listen, you guys know Cindy has never spoken out about that. A lot of people haven't because they were afraid that were there. They didn't want to speak because look what happened. Look what happened with me. They came down on me like I'm the biggest liar ever, that I'm crazy. They called me
Yeah.
crazy. I'm like, no, 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 no.
They
I saw
mocked
what I
her mental
saw.
health. Yeah. Oh, she needs to go get some psychiatric help. Nobody
And
was
Yeah,
enraged at that.
and Julie sat back and spread this rumor that I exposed her over $20.
that's
That
I'll
wasn't
that's a
true
lie.
never
either.
forget that,
That never
ever.
happened.
Nope. Nope, that's
Never.
a lie. And just like AZ said just yesterday while she was crying, I want to make this clear. She calls me a crying gangster. I cried one time, and it was because AZ told me that I hurt her. She said that I hurt her. I didn't know, like it just hurt her beyond whatever. And I got upset at that because I thought I really hurt somebody, and I don't want to do that. That isn't me. That isn't my heart. It just isn't. I can only say that so much, but it really isn't. I don't want to hurt anybody. So yes, I cried thinking I hurt her. Yesterday, AZ cried because people were ganging up on her. But I'm the crying gangster. She cries for her selfish ass self. That's it. That's the only person she's going to care about. Yet she made fun of me for getting emotional that I hurt her. I
Right.
felt bad. I felt horrible. I apologized and everything to her. But
Yep.
Well, it's
it's never
Yeah.
because
good
we
enough.
thought we were friends.
Right.
That's why. That's why it hurt. It hurt me.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
would never
know,
mean to hurt somebody. I really wouldn't. And yesterday she was going on about Charlotte again, saying that Charlotte sold her out for $1. No, she didn't. She told AZ she can come back in a couple days when things calm down because AZ just showed her whole ass in a Discord screaming at everybody. When really she should have been screaming at Jennifer Falk, since Jennifer Falk is the one that came in there talking about
Yeah.
real
started it
legitimate
Yes.
all.
news.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. So true, guys. It was. None of us were talking about that. She came in ranting and raving. Oh, look what Real just did. He just doxed Charlotte and he just doxed AZ and started this whole freaking volcano of shit, man.
Yep.
And then what happened? We're left with our hands up in the air. Like, what in the actual fuck just happened? And
Yep.
our group split up, and we're the underdogs. We're made to look like we're this terrible fucking people, and we're not. We're not. It broke my heart, guys. It broke my
Yeah.
heart. My
Yeah, it did
second
me
video,
too.
you guys don't know, the second video that I've ever made on this channel, that stuff was already happening, right? The split had already happened. Then what did I do? I went on my video and I still said, AZ's my girl. And my heart was hurting that day. And I
Yeah.
still supported all of them. And I've never
And
talked about any of them. Sorry,
and
good.
me, like with me, what happened, why she got so angry with me is because I wrote in Discord and someone screenshotted it and sent it to her, which was either Jennifer Falk or Kim or Stacy. Let's be real here. They sent her a screenshot of me saying, well, maybe AZ is cool with Real now. Maybe they had some kind of truce. I was trying to figure out why. Just the week before, she was telling us and sent us all a video on how to report his entire channel. We're not talking about reporting a video, reporting his entire channel. She sent it to all of us. And then a week later is spazzing out on everybody because Jennifer Falk mentioned him. So
Can I say
I
something?
was,
Misha just said in chat, so we're starting this whole fight over with AZ.
no,
Here's the thing. Let me answer that.
What?
Here's the
We've been
thing.
talking about all
They've
this time.
Yeah, they've spoke about it for what, 5 months, and we haven't said anything.
nothing, nothing. And I
Now let me
challenge
take
you
this.
or
No,
anyone
Misha,
else.
We are not starting this all over again. We are finally replying because they can't keep our names out of their mouth. We are done being silent.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah. You know, I'm made out to be a crazy liar. Charlotte is still made out to be someone who's just only like money hungry and will throw her
Yeah,
friend
I'm the
under. I
sad
can tell
fisher.
you that is bullshit. That is bullshit because anytime, I mean, Cindy, when she talked about needing help, the first person to say, Cindy, what do you need, was Charlotte.
Yes.
So if she was
Yes.
only money,
Yes.
I mean, how could people, oh, it drives me crazy. It really does. It
And
wasn't
didn't
over
tell
money.
anyone that she helped me. Yes.
Nope.
So true, man. So true. And Charlotte being put on a candle, her face being put on a candle,
Yeah.
and
Like as
called
if she's
Mother
Mother
Teresa and all
Teresa.
these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who did that? Who did that?
But anytime we speak, we're starting the trouble, guys.
Nope,
No.
no ma'am. No ma'am.
Sorry. And anybody who
It's
thinks
not
that,
right.
I
It's
mean,
not
I'm only
right.
speaking for me here. I know there's 4 of us up here, but anybody who says that, yeah, I don't care. I'm going to speak about it anytime that they do. We are just told again today that we're coming out of a tunnel,
Yeah.
and that, you know, basically we're the reason that AZ is needing to take a mental health break. Excuse me?
No.
We haven't said
It has
Nope.
nothing to
anything.
do with us. It has
No.
nothing to
We
do
haven't
with
said
us, man.
anything.
And
Nope.
BB, right? BB was
Yes,
said,
yes,
who the
we
hell
did.
even are you? Who
Yep.
are you in
Yeah.
Discord? Like, totally disregarded her feelings. Like, she didn't even have the right to speak. Jennifer P. Oh, they made it about them because you came in and you said everyone. You said in Discord, everyone. So it added everyone. If you put
Yep.
at everyone, everyone's going to see it. And of course, everyone's going to think you're speaking to them.
That's
And
right.
then
Now
with Cindy Lou
imagine.
Who,
God
you know,
damn it.
Cindy Lou Who was a
Yes.
member of both of our channels. And she
Yes.
wanted me to get rid of Cindy
Yes.
Lou Who. I had no reason to get rid of Cindy Lou Who.
And let me point this out. Cindy Lou Who
She's
has
my
AZ
friend.
blocked. Wait, Cindy
Yes.
Lou Who has had AZ blocked ever since that happened. Guess what? AZ still can't keep Cindy Lou Who's name out of her mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
And
just
I'm sorry,
AZ.
Cindy
guys, if
Lou Who has
anybody's
not said
upset.
one word.
Yeah.
You know, we do just want to be left alone. We've tried
Seriously,
this being
guys.
silent for months.
And ever since
Yeah.
they got
Just,
out of that Discord, we have not had one problem. Not one.
No,
we haven't.
No.
no,
No leaks, no screenshots going around that we've talked bad about each other, guys. You have to see that. None of us
No.
have fell out with each other publicly. When we stopped messing with Jackie,
Nobody
none of
knew
us
it.
said
Nope.
shit publicly, man.
Nobody
Nothing.
knew it.
Nobody
Nothing.
knew it, man.
Nobody.
Nothing. And I saw somebody make a comment saying that they had a feeling that we were no longer like talking with Jackie and cool with Jackie, and they went digging everywhere and couldn't find any reason why. And I'm like, you will never find any reason why because we didn't do that. We
no,
don't
we
feel
didn't.
the
We don't do
need.
that.
Exactly.
I'm not like, Cindy, I'm mad at you. Oh, let me get on my YouTube channel. You know what Cindy did? Blah, blah, blah. This bitch,
Yeah,
she only
no.
care about money. I mean, what?
When
Mhm.
someone that you consider a friend does that to you, it hurts.
Yeah.
Of course.
There's just some things that you know, look, I talk a lot on my YouTube channel, but there's some things that I'm not willing to talk about on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to do it.
Right.
A broken
Right.
friendship, you know, was one of them.
Right. Me either. Me either. I will never back them. Never. Never. I shared things with these women, with these people. I consider them my friend. It sincerely hurt my heart when all of this happened. Come on, like just leave us alone already. All right, we're irrelevant. We don't exist. So then let us fade away.
Yes, let us
Let
be
us
dead
fade
to
away.
them.
Yeah,
But
it
you're
can't
trying to
be like,
destroy us at every turn. Like we can't have a moment of success because somebody's trying to destroy our name.
yeah. Yeah,
Tiring.
we
It's
said that
tiring.
today, that we are just stomping on AZ when she's down because we want to fix our own reputations. Now, let me
Because
tell
I
you,
liked a tweet. I liked a tweet. I mean, think
I
about that for a
guess
second.
because because you liked one
Yeah,
single
we didn't
tweet.
even comment. We didn't even comment under the tweet. We sympathized with bad art. That was it.
That was
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
As human fucking beings, she's
Well,
going
and
through
we
a lot.
can
She just had Craig's
sympathize.
Mr. Conflict. Come on, right?
Sympathize because
Good, good.
we've been lied to and lied on as well. So we knew. We're like, oh, there goes
Yeah.
another one being, but half truths or whole lies. Please, please
Well,
take
she
your own
doesn't tell the
advice.
whole truth. Yeah. And can I just address Jamie Schaefer real quick? Jamie
Sure.
Schaefer wants to know, can I ask why you guys distance yourself from Jackie? And my answer to that, Jamie, is Tira Nicole actually had, if you go to Tira's channel, she actually did an interview and let Jackie up on her panel. If you'll watch that video, you'll see why we distance ourselves.
Yeah, we needed to. Sometimes people in life they don't mesh or they don't see eye to eye. They do things very differently or their morals or ethics don't align with yours and you just go your separate ways and that's okay. We're not going to bash Jackie. We're not going to do
No.
it.
No,
So
we're
if
not.
people
No,
are
we're
looking
not.
We're
for
We're
not.
that,
not.
it's not going to happen. It's just,
We're not gonna do that.
and we would have never done that with Julie, AZ,
No.
um,
Nope.
Jennifer Falk. Not we would never have done that, but they don't like it's never ending. Yesterday, AZ was
They
talking
don't
about it
stop.
again about how
They don't
Charlotte
stop.
sold her out for $1, and either she's not over it or whatever. Just stop. And just because it isn't on YouTube, you're on your IG with thousands of followers behind a wall. It is a private account with
Where we can't even
1,000 plus
defend ourselves.
no, you can't. And they do it in like the secret because they think it, which is hilarious because videos have been made on Katie Joy by these same people about her talking her shit and doing her dirty work on
On
IG.
IG.
Yet that is exactly what they do. Exactly. So if you
JJ
Yes.
dropped out.
So can I? I'm sorry. I'll let her back on if she comes back on. Bugsy, I'm just gonna elaborate on this because I did see this. I watched Tira's video and I thought her interview with Jackie was great. Tira was great in that interview. I listen, Linda. She was great. Okay. What I want to say is, at that time, Jackie said it publicly when she was still the trio on Sunshinery that she was going to be doing an expose video on Real. It wasn't a secret. She said it publicly when they were still a trio, okay, that she had an expose video to do on Real. I said this last week, but of course you guys didn't see it. We were not privy to what information Jackie had. We assumed it was stuff that you could find on YouTube. That's what we assumed. That it was like the Jodi Arias stuff, that it was gonna be petty and shady, like, haha, look at you rapping, you suck. Haha, look at you here, simping. That's what we thought it was. I can tell you for a fact about the pictures of the house and that shit, no idea.
No.
No idea. So we didn't know any of that because that I seen that going around. We had no idea about what specific info she had. Again, we assumed it was stuff that was shared in Discord. Oh, did you see this video? Did you see this video from years ago that he was, this interview? That's what we assumed it was, guys. Honestly, like I've always said, I will never fix my mouth to lie because the internet is forever. You know what I mean? We didn't know any of that, guys. I don't go real life. I don't go real life, like I said. So that was never known to us. We thought it was just gonna be a shady ass exposed video, like ha ha ha. Yeah, that's it, guys. We didn't know none of that other shit was there. No. We didn't know any of that. Just to clear that up.
JJ's backstage.
Oh, sorry, my fault. I'm the worst. I'm telling you. Where JJ at? Okay. All right, there we go. Sorry. Hey JJ, you did what I did. Dropped yourself out.
am I up? Am I up? Can you guys hear me again?
Yeah.
Did they not
You're
get
here.
that? Okay, yeah, I dropped myself out. But
Yes.
see, when you've got like some static in the background, but it goes away. It's like you move a certain way and it goes
Who,
away.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's these. Listen. listen, man. At least I don't sound like I'm in a tunnel. I know. Listen, listen, it's bad because the volume
Wildflower
goes up and
Tea.
down.
Wildflower
What?
Tea
What you
wants
say?
to know why this is still being dragged out for so long.
Oh God, I'm gonna make
We
a
wish
new
we knew.
pool.
We wish we knew. The damage was done, right? Charlotte lost so many subs, members, reputations were destroyed, right?
That's
People were
actually
looked
an
Yep.
at
easy
as
answer,
these
Cindy,
horrible
though.
people.
Cindy,
They
that's
won't
an
stop
What?
easy
talking about
answer.
us.
The reason is because they won't stop putting our names in their mouth and messing with us every day.
Yeah.
We've had enough. We've had enough.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's gotten so prevalent that it's being done so often because we haven't spoken up, you know? And
Yeah.
how long are
Right.
people supposed to put up with that?
Yep.
it's
But yeah,
true.
we
True.
all
You know,
have better things to
it's,
do than to address this all the time. We really do. We would. I'm
yeah,
making a stream soon about the paranormal and like all of our different experiences. If you look on my channel, it's like fun things. Like we don't want to be
yeah.
doing this and complaining. And
No,
no, we're just
we
trying to
don't.
basically
I don't
defend
want to be shady to
ourselves.
people all the time.
We
Yes,
want nothing more
yes.
than to be left alone. That's it.
Exactly.
That's the truth. That's the truth, guys. That's the honest truth. We want to be able to
Right.
make our content, right? I'm not trying to gain anything from my friends. I'm growing my channel organically. I don't even put people's names in my titles, nothing. I'm growing my channel the way it's supposed to grow, right? We just want to do our thing, make our content, enjoy YouTube, to get away from the world, everything that's going on in the world, the things that we all deal with from real life. We all have shit that we deal with from real life, right? Because we may not share it doesn't mean it isn't happening. People assume I'm dealing with real life shit. Oh, join the fucking club, man. Join the
We
club.
all
The
are.
whole world has
Yeah.
gone
Exactly.
through it. You know, we all have issues. We all have our struggles. We all have our things we're going through. And it's kind of entitled when you think that your struggles are more important than the next person's. Kind of
Yeah, no,
entitled.
I mean, are we like, I guess we didn't know that we're all living in a utopia and only AZ has problems.
Right.
I didn't know that. Sorry, but
We
that's
all
what she
have
says is that
issues.
she has a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And while I can empathize with that, you probably shouldn't poke a bear like Roadhog. I'm sorry, but she poked him first. It's true. Whether he came at her hard or not, which it wasn't right. I'm not going to say he was right. I said that in the beginning. Any man coming at a woman that harshly, or even a woman coming at a woman that harshly,
Right.
it's not okay. It's
But
not.
Right.
what's
You
funny,
don't have
what's
to go
funny
so below
about,
the belt.
Right.
no, and what's funny about that situation is she's fine with going at people, and not many people come back at her.
We know.
But look how she handles it when someone does. Because when all this went down with us, we all tucked our tails and just tried to hide our heads.
No. Right.
No
Yeah.
more. No
Right.
more.
And Xylee, I get that. The excuse of don't poke the bear, I get that. I get that. You understand? But when you give
Yeah.
as good as you get, you know what I mean? Like when you're give as good as you get, it's different when it's a give and take, when it's a back and forth, right? Rather than, and I'm not excusing what he said either. Trust me. But
No,
when
hell
it's a
no.
back and forth, you have to accept the part that you've played in that whole altercation. You have to set personal responsibility. You can't put it on the next person and blame them for what happened when you took part in that. Now, if it's one sided and somebody's coming at you, oh, you haven't said a word, okay, that's a different story. But when you give as good as you get, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. No, I don't agree with what he said, and that's why I said I don't agree
No,
if it's a
yeah,
man coming
definitely.
at her or a woman coming at her that strong. I don't think what I did when I went off cursing that time and screaming and telling her to fuck off every other sentence was okay either. But I can tell you, AZ is no shrinking violet. She gives a lot of shit, and it may not be on the YouTube. It may not be. You can
Um,
take a look at her IG.
let
Yeah,
me
I mean,
just
there's
address
definitely
this
wrong
real
on
quick.
both sides there.
Hold on a second. Let
Go
me
ahead,
address
Cindy.
this real quick because Whew, all right. I can't find it. Where is it? Hold on a second, guys, because I'm about. Look, listen, Linda. Where is it? Hey, Glazed Confused. How are you, sweetie? Good to see you here. And I can't find it, of course.
Are you talking
Give me
about
one second.
the comment that was held for review
Yeah,
or
let
deleted?
me say something. First of all, okay, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But if you feel like we are a bunch of bored housewives chatting over the garden fence, okay, wow, this is like a bunch of bored housewives chatting over the garden fence. They take all this YouTube shit so fucking serious and personal, but hey, they call it a job. First of all, you shaming
Wow.
people that do YouTube as a job. Second of all, you don't have to be here, mama. You don't have to be here. I don't think any of us have you handcuffed to this chat. We have the right to give our opinion. This is my channel. I will say what I want. You don't have to be here. Okay? And taking this personal is personal when people make it personal. Let's see you be on the receiving end of this shit for months and see if you don't take it personal.
Yeah.
All right? Out of here. Fuck out of here. What we did tonight was did something that hasn't been done in a long time. I don't know if you see, there were women here that have been fighting, bickering for freaking months. And we all came together tonight and put all that shit aside. So for you to say we're all housewives, then I'm fucking proud to be one. Okay? Then I'm proud to be one because we may have mended some of these garden fences you're talking about tonight. All right? So if one thing good came out of this, that some people here may see someone else in a different light, then I'm proud to have contributed to that. And you can miss me with that bullshit too. How about that? Out of here. Out of here, bro.
Cindy has spoken. Cindy
Nah,
Cindy's
has
bro.
taking
Come
the
on.
spoken.
church.
We're actually, you know what I mean? We're actually talking and get no. Sorry. Nope. Not. Nope. No. Beat it. How about that? Fuck out of here. We actually came together for once. A bunch of women that usually be catty as hell. We came together because it's time to speak up for one another. You're not gonna come here and disrupt that shit, bro. You're not. I'm sorry. No. Hey Santos, how are you, baby? Out of here, bro. No.
Santos.
Thank you, Kelly. I'm proud to have all you guys here. I know that we've made mistakes, right? We've made mistakes.
Right.
We've been petty. We have.
Yeah,
It's
we all
you learn
have.
as you go. Yes, you learn as you go, and you hope people may take the time, maybe see you in a different light, and things may change. That's what you hope for. But come on, don't try to tear something down that we're working to try to build and to be here and support one another as women. We need more of that. Out
Right.
of here.
And the first part in talking about the men, and like I said, I because I see I saw Xylie's comment, and no,
Right.
Xylie, I agree with you, and I will not be supporting. I said this earlier, but you're probably busy. I will not be supporting any of them if that is what is continued, because if you don't like it from one, you can't like it from another, and that's just the way it
Right.
is.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I was trying to get somebody's comment, but I lost it. Happy being me. Hello, Tammy. Hey, sweetie. I love you guys.
I
Jay Fid said,
promise.
I'm not married, but I have a house. I hope that counts. That definitely counts. That definitely counts.
I giggle every time she says,
Bye,
"Listen, Linda,"
Xylee.
and
Thank
it
you for
was a
being here,
Linda.
mama. Yeah.
Bye.
Listen, Linda.
It and it was a Linda who made that comment.
Oh, shit, that's right. Oh, shit. Listen, Linda. Finally, it fits. Thank God, bro. Listen, Linda. Listen. Vamos. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but no, come on. You know what I mean? Like, this was a positive thing that actually came out of this, guys. We got to see each other from one another's perspective. And I think that's important. That's important. That's all I want. That's all I want. Anyway, I love you guys. Any of you guys have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
It would just be nice if a lot of this
Oh,
arguing and bashing could stop, you know?
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. And we're willing to never utter their names or say anything about them or talk about their channels or their content. Nothing. We would much rather go back to that. But what we're not going to put up with is someone continuing on and on and on and staying silent,
Yep,
because it's gotten us nowhere except
Yes.
we've become doormats. And
Yes.
that's unacceptable. It really is. At some point, we do have to stick up for ourselves. Sorry, guys. I know you
I
may not
agree.
like that, but we have
And
to.
that's a lesson I had to learn the hard way is staying quiet and not giving my side made me look guilty.
Yeah.
No matter,
Yeah.
and by the time I came out and said something, people had already made up their mind.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
true. It's true. People had already made up their minds. It was like too late. We were already seen in a certain light. And it's been hard to try to. And it's true. Yeah, we are trying to rebuild our reputations. Yes. But they were fucking stomped on, and it's not right. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. How long are we going to be dragged? How long? Can't we just move on? Like they said, move on. Okay, then move on. Move on and do the same, man. We will do the same for you. We will not mention you. We will not be petty, shady, none of that shit. We're happy to do that. But you can't say that, keep my name out your mouth. That stop mentioning me. You're irrelevant. You're non existent. And in the same video, you're mentioning us. It doesn't work that way.
No,
We
it
have the
doesn't.
right to, yeah, stop it. Let's move on. We've parted ways, and that's fine. But can we move on? That's all. That's all. Anybody else have anything to say, guys?
Yes, Jamie Schaefer is asking if that means that we're going to stop supporting Real too. And yes, I will not support Real. Sorry, Real. I know you extended your olive branch, but if you continue on with talking to people this way, I can't. You extended your olive branch, and a lot of us came together and bought you gifts for your birthday. And no, Julie and other people who said we were buying his friendship somehow. Honey, I don't buy nobody's friendship. Nobody. I got plenty of friends. I'm good with the few really good friends that I have. I don't need to buy support or friendships or anything. But if it continues, I'm no longer going to look the other way and say, well, it's not happening to me, so I don't have to worry about it. No, the below the belt behavior, none of them will get support. I don't care who it is. If Cindy tomorrow decided to be crazy and be going below the belt on people, for one, I'd talk to her behind the scenes like, yo, Cindy, what the fuck? Like,
Right.
Right.
what the hell happening? Like I'm not gonna, and trust me, don't think that like we're all rainbows and butterflies as a friend group. No, we disagree. We don't agree on
We
things. We
do.
might have an argument or a tip or a yo, why'd you come at me like that kind of thing. But we're friends. We work it out like
Yeah.
friends do. And what we don't do is run to our YouTube channel.
Right. Right. Listen, guys. It's starting to get a little crazy up in
Yeah.
here. So I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut it short because I don't want to. Okay. We've had a great night, and we're all of us that were here for this whole thing. I appreciate you, ladies, so much. I still do, and I'm not gonna let
Well,
anybody
thank you.
come try to throw a wrench in our shit. So before I say
Right.
something out of character, I'm gonna end this stream, and I just want to, for real, because listen, I'm about to lose my shit. But I do appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate you guys for being on my panel. You guys know I love you. I support you guys. I hope to see you guys here again. I'm hoping that we can move forward from this, and maybe we've mended some fences. Some fences we got to throw them in the garbage, and I get that. But I hope that something good was accomplished here. And sincerely, I thank you all for being here. Okay,
Yeah.
I love you
Thank
guys.
you.
Let me do my little corny outro. Listen, it's not corny. I made it. It's corny though, but I love you guys. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. See you guys next Sunday. Te quiero, te adoro. Bye. Bye, guys.